Hi, good afternoon. I'm Shanika from Pottery. Here is a fully reconditioned Cromartie Hobbytech 40 electric pottery kiln, which has been done on the 2nd of February 2022, this year, last week only. This kiln has never been fired before, as you can see from the vent plug there. And my engineer confirmed that it's from looking at the elements with his meters to measure, the elements have never been fired. So you will need to season the elements. And he has removed old contactor and old wiring that has been messed with by the previous owner. He has removed all the wirings and put new wirings in and new contactor in, and we put a brand new Stafford controller, which I will plug it in a minute. Unfortunately, he put the pad test certificate date wrong, so we will get a new sticker. And this is the connector for the controller. As you can see, it is in as new condition, only been stored for 20 odd years. These kilns were made late 90s, early 2000 years. So there we are. This thing was originally called the manual ramper, but you don't really need to put this every hour. You just need to leave it on full at all times. Okay, and there is the 13 amp cable there. This kiln will plug into your 13 amp socket. Please make sure you plug it into one of the 13 amp socket. If you have anything less than 13 amp, please make sure you have you get an electrician to do this for you. If you haven't got 13 amp, you must have 13 amps, because otherwise your kiln will not work. The controller will give you an error message. I quite few times I also received several calls from people who couldn't get their kilns to fire. Even I get errors sometimes when I have my washing machine or my microwave and my kettle on, including my kiln. Several times my fuse went switched off because there were too much power taking out. I have only 20 amps in the whole kitchen, not kiln. So when the kiln is taking 13 amp and the kettle is taking couple of amps and the microwave is on and the washing machine is on, so it's too much. Excuse me. Anyway, so please make sure you have 13 amps to fire this kiln. And as I said, there will be plenty of one bung, I will be providing 2 bunks for the purchaser, and this is the handle which you will use to lift up the lid, and this is the latch. As you can see, it's not even a mark of being fired. Usually those kilns which have been used, I can identify immediately. There are few bumps. As you can see, there is one here from storage, that is. There is one here. There are few bumps from storage. Other than that, it's in absolutely mint condition. So it has a bottom base plate, brand new base plate with moving wheels, which can be, you see, moved back and forth, and it can be locked as well. There we are. The lid can be secured like this. There is a mark here. I don't know where that is from. So there we are. Few scratches there. That none of these little bumps and scratches will affect its performance in any way whatsoever. There we are. There, as you can see, tiny bit of a flake again. Another one there, but it's not coming off, so I'm not going to scratch it off. There is the bottom, and those are the elements. You will need to season these elements. So to shut it, gently bring back like this, gently close it, not slam it close, please. There is the new controller, Stafford 315B, and there are the serial numbers and things that you need to know. All the instruction manuals, all will be coming, including 18 props, little stacking units, and 2 shelves, looks like a plate. So I will show you how you need to plug this into your kiln. There, the other way. Right. So first of all, you need to identify there is a big notch. These things here, if you can see my thumb there. So one of these will be here as well. So you need to find the matching notch there. This one, bigger notch on the controller. I found one there. So just plug it in like this. I am videoing as well as plugging this in. You see, it just went straight in. If you did that, it will go straight in if you match both notches. So you just need to push it in. Sorry, I'm trying to hang on a second. Moving because of it has wheels. Make sure it doesn't come off. Right, it's plugged in now. It's plugged in. Right, what I need to do is I will have to push it towards the plug. Once I tried to plug a kiln to fire it to 800 degrees Celsius, and it just completely melted my plug because I plugged it into an extension lead, which you shouldn't do really. You must never use extension lead. I learned my lessons now. Never to use an extension lead for a kiln. Oh dear. The controller. This way. Right, I need it this way. That's it. Right. Now I can plug it in. There we are. What happened to my socket? So I have one less now. Right, plugged it into a extension. Sorry, not extension. Mains plug there. Right. it says it is 15 degrees inside the kiln at the moment. So I will show you how you can program this controller. This has 9 programs, as you can see, 9, and 9 segments and so on. All the details are in the listing here, this booklet here. You can read everything in the booklet. Please make sure you familiarize yourself with the booklet. So to start anything, press this button here and it will display program. If you want the program to go down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The program, we are in program number 1 at the moment, so it will flash. So now it will display this 4 zeros, which means would you like to delay. At the moment I wouldn't like to delay, so I will press that again. It will say 20 degrees at an hour. So the first program, first segment, 20 degrees per hour. This is 20 degrees is all sort of drying temperature of like wet ware, you know, wet clay or something like that. I wouldn't want 20 degrees, so I will program number 1, it just goes back straight. So 20 degrees. I would press upper arrow, just keep pressing it until you want. I will do a typical biscuit firing I do. So I usually use 75 degrees per hour. So this is per hour. First program, first segment, 75 degrees per hour. And I will press step button again until 600 degrees. It will go at 75 degrees, which will take however many hours. So from 600 degrees, I will press this arrow again. It will say 15 minutes. 15 minutes. It says hour, minute. Soak. I don't really want soak at that temperature. I will go down to 0, 4 zeros. And I will press a step button again and it will say end. And you need to press, this is the segment number 2. Press that again, it will say 1. So keep pressing that. So first segment was 75 degrees and I want about 125 degrees. Second segment 125 degrees. And press the button again, it says 0 because it was not set now. So we will put this arrow, press that arrow, upper arrow, and I will press 1000 degrees. This is the last top temperature. Keep pressing that and it will go faster. Oops. This is a typical biscuit firing temperature for a stoneware clay. Okay. That's it. 1000 degrees. And press that button again. 0 soak. I don't usually soak at that temperature. If you want, when you are experienced, then you can soak. I don't really. So that's the end. That's the segment number 3. You don't want to press that button again, this upper arrow. Then if you did that, that will go to third segment. And you don't want to do that with pottery. Unless you are doing a special program. I don't really do that. I only use one program, 2 segments. If you are doing such as what are they called, crystalline firings, then yes, you can go through third segment or such. I don't usually do that. So I'm checking my programs now. Number 1 program, no delay. Press that button again. 75 degrees per hour. This light will be illuminated. Press that button again and it will say 600 degrees top temperature at the ramp or segment 1. Press the button again, step 0 degrees or 0 minutes soak. Press the step button again. Now it is second segment is going 125 degrees per hour. Press the step button again. Now the top temperature, this button will be illuminated, 1000 degrees. Now the top temperature is number 2 segment. And now no soak. We don't want soak. Oh, I don't want soak. Step button again, it will say end. As soon as it says end, you press that button and that clicks on the contact, as you might be hearing now. That's it. If the our engineer has put more modern contactor, which will be humming rather than massive clunking. The previous contactor, which was clunking, massive clunking noise, so we replaced the contactor. So I didn't, my engineer did. So there we are. That is how you use this kiln. When the kiln is on, this light will be permanently illuminated. As you just heard, tiny little thing comes out, dot, and go off. So this is how you use a Stafford controller for a typical biscuitware. I will be giving plenty of tutorials when the person comes to collect it in person. So there is nothing to worry. You can read the instruction manuals. As you can hear, like a bee humming noise, that is the contactor giving elements a bit of juice, electricity as in at a time. So it's not constantly on, because it is only getting little bit of energy. Like it is firing 75 degrees per hour, so that will be going that fast. Only that fast. Only how fast I set it to go. And you can find out how much electricity, how much kilowatt, as you can see here, how much kilowatts it has used so far once the firing commences. And it is mountable on the wall. Please make sure you mount it on a wall. There are holes to mount it, wall mounter. And never ever leave the kiln controller on top of the kiln. It will melt into the kiln and it will be ruined. Okay, I hope this was a useful video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.